I'm Matt Harris.
And I'm Mark Harris.
We've lived in Hollywood our entire lives and know there are a ton of amazing things here to make you say wow.
And we love the wow factor.
And it's a big world out there.
It's an amazing world filled with things that make you say wow.
So come join us on our journey.
Because we're on the hunt for the wow factor.
Welcome to our world of wow!
Hey man, are you ready for a new adventure that'll make you say wow?
You know I am.
When a movie or TV show is made, the script often calls for cars.
Oh yeah, like police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, stuff like that.
Or even a rusted out, banged up jalopy. Did you ever wonder where a movie studio goes to get these cars?
eBay, Craigslist, something like that?
Nope. From a company that specializes in movie cars, or picture cars as they're called.
I'm guessing that's where we're headed to today?
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly. Let's go. The bus is leaving.
Let's roll. We're here with Phil Fiore, Director of Special Projects. Is that right, Phil?
That's correct.
I love that title.
I was going to say that's a great title. If a studio or a production company needs a car for a movie they're making or a TV show, you're the man to come to.
That is correct.
Great. How many years have you been doing this?
I have been with this company 7 years. The company's been in business for 11 years. And Ted, the founder of the company, has been in the film business close to 30 years, and I think I've been in it 34 years.
It's a long time.
I'm sure this is an industry that is in big-time demand in Hollywood.
We're busy. There's no doubt about it. When you look at any movie or TV show or commercials, you see cars are always somewhere. Mm-hmm. And essentially, as Ted has coined it, the cars are the actors as well.
I like that. They
have to be taken into serious consideration how they look, what year they are. There's a lot of details that apply to everything that happens in terms of, why is that car in that place in that movie? What color is that car as opposed to what color is the background, and so on and so forth.
And I think sometimes the cars could be bigger stars than the stars.
Often that is the case. Yeah.
And a good car and in the right movie could really make a movie that much more authentic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And or worse, yeah. Because I see you've got some older cars, some newer cars. I mean, you've got a huge variety of cars here.
We have cars from the early 1900s all the way up to brand new.
Boy, that's impressive. That is an impressive
So Phil, how does it work? Let's say Paramount is doing a movie. Do they just reach out for you for cars that you might feel fit for the movie, or are they looking for...
ways that it happens. We have a website with all of our inventory available for viewing. So the coordinator of the show will probably already know what he's thinking about based on what he's read in the script. And he'll look at the website to see what cars we have. If we don't have it, we'll find it or we'll build it. And there are other circumstances where we might get sent the script and do the script breakdown here in-house and make the suggestions of the cars that go with that particular storyline at that point in time.
Fantastic. Now, you just said sometimes you could build the cars?
Always. We're building multiple cars right now.
So these are special cars for individual movies?
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. So they come to you, they're making a movie, and it's got to have this particular type of car. They come to you, they say, this is what we're looking for. They don't give you the design, or they just let that all be up to you?
Sometimes the design comes from them. Sometimes the design will come from us. Sometimes it's just a matter of building a car that you can't find one of anymore, so it's going to look stock. Frequently, we'll build multiple of the exact same car. So they can have one for stunts or maybe two for stunts. One is called the hero car, and that car is always going to stay in good condition throughout the shooting of the movie. They can shoot in two different places at the same time with duplicate cars. A lot of reasons they would have duplicates.
And do you build those here on site where we're at right now? Wow.
Everything is done here.
So this is like a one-stop shop?
Absolutely, a one-stop shop. You can literally come here, scratch out on a napkin what you want, and we can build it from that.
Fantastic. Sounds like a show. Sounds like it could be a reality show.
Hey, you're right about that. It could be a reality show. They got pawn shops. They got comic book stores. Why not a shop where a show where they make cars?
Every time we get interviewed, somebody says that.
Yeah.
Now, we're in one of your show. I'm not sure if this is your only showroom or if this is one of other showrooms.
This is the only showroom we have, but we have multiple facilities around the area.
I'm eyeing a particular vehicle here. It looks like it's the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard. Is that the original?
That is one of the cars that was actually used in the show.
Now, I recently saw a commercial, I think, for Auto Trader with that car. Did they come to you for that?
They did. We did all those cars. In that commercial, it looks like it's only one car, but there were actually 6.
Wow.
And several of them were destroyed.
During filming?
Well, and deliberately, basically.
Right.
They knew what they were going to have to do. They're going to have to jump the car. So you saw at the end of the commercial where the car flies through the glass and lands in the showroom. So that car's trashed.
Yeah.
But that's where this hero car thing that I mentioned comes in. So they will do the things they have to do. The car gets destroyed during the course of filming. But then at the end of it, you look at the car, and it appears as though it's perfect.
Hey, now, I know that your primary business, I guess, would be studios and movies and TV shows. The average guy, for instance, I wanted to have a car built, a special car. Could I come to you, and would you be able to assist me in that function as well?
We do have a restoration and build department that's separate from the filming.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that sounds like a really interesting business to be in. I didn't even know this type of business existed, so it's glad.
It's
I'm glad
definitely
to be
a
here.
niche business.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I got to ask about this car too.
This is the car that Vin Diesel drove in Fast and Furious.
Oh, the first
Vin
one?
Diesel. Okay.
Or one of them.
This was I'm actually not even sure.
Who can keep count anymore, right? There were
I think they're up to 6.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
explains the whole thing.
Boy, it sure is in great condition.
And that was on screen, that actual
That was the
car.
on-screen one. So this one didn't go through any of the stunts or anything like that.
Honestly, I don't know if this one did, how many there were.
So some of them are for
There's
show
a
and
story
enough
behind
for
this car
blown.
that I'm not completely familiar with.
Is this an original, or is this like a what do they call them? Where they make them from a kit or a rebuild? This is an original?
This is a restored original. I think it's a 1969. And
Well, that's some grill.
yeah, and there are not very many of these around anymore. A lot of them were destroyed for Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
That pushed the value up for everybody else who has one.
Wow. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, I guess that was on TV for about 5 years. So
Yeah, so when you think about it,
they
must
had
have
to go
been
through a lot
wasted-
of
yeah.
cars.
They went through hundreds.
Oh, wow.
Now, do you have a number one car here, a favorite car that people rent a lot or they need a lot? Or you're smiling. I know there's got to be at least one.
There's an entertaining answer to that. It's a 1972 Ford pickup that looks rusted and beat to hell.
Oh, that sounds like something that Gary Busey drove in. What was that show in the 70s?
Oh, that's right, with
Texas Wheelers.
Texas
Is that
Wheelers,
Texas
right,
Wheelers.
right.
What is it though, Phil?
It is exactly what I said.
72 pickup, Ford pickup.
And what's funny about that is it is our highest grosser. It works more than any other car that we have. And it's the one that looks the most beat up, and it runs like a top, and it's an amazing vehicle.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Well, that's great to know. Now, do you have a favorite here? I know mine is probably that Rolls Royce over there. Is that a '66 Phantom?
That is a 1954 Silver Dawn.
Boy, you
was
were
I
way
wrong.
Way
What do
off
I
on that
know?
one.
I still like it
See,
though.
now I knew it was a 50. I would have said 55.
Sure
Silver
you
Cloud,
did.
Yeah.
Sure you did. Well, I was way wrong.
Way wrong.
That
Okay.
car belonged to James Mason.
Oh, great.
And it was abandoned in a garage and sat in a garage rotting away with animals living in it for I don't know how many years.
Wow.
And the owner discovered it and spent a lot of years and a lot of time and money restoring it.
I guess every car has a story.
Every car has a story.
That
I can
sounds like a
imagine.
show, too.
It does. Now
Yeah.
this old truck here. Now that looks brand. That looks like a remake or a
That's
kit.
a restoration.
Okay.
And it's a really good restoration. And that belongs to a gentleman who came by here one day to talk about something else entirely and just got enamored
to
with
the whole
everything
thing,
that
yeah.
was going on. And so his truck was outside. He said, well, just put your truck on the showroom floor. We love it. So,
Great.
and there it is.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Well, Phil, thanks a lot for sharing all that information with us today. It's
I look forward to checking out the rest of this place.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Hi, we're with Ted Moser, owner and founder of Picture Car Warehouse out in Northridge, California. Ted, I got to ask, how did you come about getting in this business?
I kind of rode into it, I guess you would say.
Love it.
I like that. Rode into it on a classic car, right?
No, I rode horses.
Oh, wow.
I rodeoed, and I got hired to stunt double an actor in Colorado.
Wow.
So you kind of fell into the industry then, and then kind of rode into the
Right.
automobile rental. What would this industry be considered? What would you call it?
That's the entertainment industry. We do music videos, feature films, TV, commercials. There isn't really anything we don't do.
So you're wide open,
Right.
and you build vehicles here as well.
Right. Well, what happened was I started as a mechanic. You know, I did that acting thing and I made a lot of money. And then there was another show, Die Hard 2, that came to town in Colorado, and I worked on the cars. So they liked what I did. They took me all over the country. One of the guys I met brought me out to California, and I've been here 25 years.
Wow, so you literally did fall into the industry then.
I did.
Wow, right place, right time.
Yep.
Okay, good
And I
deal.
get to do what I love, which is work on cars. I also do transportation in the movie industry. I've done a lot of, I did Argo, The Town,
Now-
Rush Hours.
Ted, when you say you do transportation, what does that entail?
It's like a traveling carnival. You know, what the Teamsters do is take all the equipment to the set, then everyone shows up, does their work, they finish their work, wrap it up. We wrap up the circus and move it to the next location.
Sounds like a great gig. It sounds like a great industry. Now, when you first started this, I mean, were you out knocking on doors, making phone calls, or did they just start coming to you?
No, it worked the other way. You know, I was doing movies, and I would have to deal with a competitor. I started this company in 2004.
Okay.
And it was only because there was a need for it. I already had a job, and basically started this company because I had 25 cars, and it's just exploded.
How many cars?
Over 900 now.
Oh, I was going to ask that question. Wow. 900 cars, and so I guess you have multiple lots. You don't have them all at this location.
No, we have 5 lots. This is our main facility where we do everything under one roof, as I would say.
Now, are you constantly filling inventory by going out getting new cars to add to your collection, or do people come to you and say, "We'd like to sell you this '63 Chevy we think would be great for one of your movies"?
Well, the latest thing we're doing is I get a phone call from a gentleman doing a show in Louisiana. It's I Saw the Light with Hank Williams.
Okay.
And he died in a '52 Cadillac convertible. So they've looked all over the country, can't find this car. Called me. I found one yesterday. I'll buy it today, and we'll have it restored in 2 weeks and in Louisiana. So we don't get much prep time.
Okay. That sounds exciting.
Well, that does sound exciting. I mean, they just call you up. They can't find the vehicle. You find it. You buy it. You restore it. Now, when it's done, do they own it, or do you still own it?
Normally, we own the car.
Can't beat that.
They're just renting it or leasing it for the movie or something like that. And then you've got it, and you keep it. You've got something else added to your inventory for the next movie.
We recycle them, yeah.
Recycle. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah. Speaking of recycle, I see the gentleman here is working, I don't know, it looks like a 1960s station wagon. What exactly is he doing right now? Is he restoring that for a private party? Is that for a movie?
Well, the lucky part about what I do, again, I love cars. You know, I wanted to be an attorney, a musician, a lot of things, but always ended up going back to cars. So I found a way to make a living doing that. And we're restoring this one for a guy. But the word that I like to, or what I live by is I do work for people I like. I'm not a retail outlet, so if I have somebody, an actor or someone like that wants a car built, they're willing to spend the money and have the fun doing it.
Sounds like you've got the ideal gig.
Sounds like you got your cake and you're eating it too.
Absolutely.
That's a Delta 88, and look at that yellow color.
Well, you don't see very many Delta 88s.
Yeah, this is a funny story.
That yellow, I would assume that's the original color or the original paint?
We've repainted that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we built it for a TV show called Rake.
Okay, now,
Rake Canary.
but that yellow, would that have been themed after the original yellow paint job of that car?
That's the original color. You know, we do have a color book that goes back to 1935, so we can pick the original color.
The color book.
That's what I was going to say, because that yellow, you don't see too many cars in that yellow. It looks like it's 1970s, you know?
It does. Now, did you say that Greg Kinnear drove that in that show, or was it Rake?
No, the TV show was Rake,
yeah.
And his girlfriend Margaret drove this car. So in the opening pilot, she runs up over the curb, hits some trash cans. She's trying to kill him in this car.
That's that new show on Fox.
Well, it's not new. It's already been canceled. I liked it a lot. I think it only lasted 3 or 4 episodes.
Wow.
But do you have a favorite here? I'm sure you probably have a couple favorite ones.
I was asked that question before, and no, I don't really have a favorite. I'm such a car guy. It's whatever I'm behind today is what I like.
I guess just like if you ask any parent who's their favorite kid, you can't answer it correctly.
I like that comparison, Spark. I like the comparison.
So these are like all his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ted, this car that we're in front of, this Cadillac, looks familiar. I'm thinking Leonardo DiCaprio. Am I right?
Yep, you're close. Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
That's right. Yeah,
that's great.
Catch Me If You Can. Great movie.
What's the year of this Cadillac?
64.
Now, as far as authenticity goes, that year of that part of the movie, was that set in 64 when they were driving this car?
Yes, it was. It was again, you had to set the era, and he was trying to look like a rich guy going in to borrow money at the bank.
And back then, if you had a Cadillac, that was pretty much it.
I guess so, yeah.
Top of the line.
This is a beautiful Cadillac.
They're props, just like lamps and carpet.
This is a prop.
Has this hit the pavement since Catch Me If You Can?
It goes out. We have what we call ND rentals, nondescript. So they could be in the background as you're looking at James Rockford driving down the street, for example.
Yeah,
something
I like that James Rockford. Yeah, Rockford Files. Well, this is a great lot you've got here, Ted. You've got some great cars, and sounds like you got a great gig. And thanks a lot for taking the time and showing us around here today. Appreciate it.
Boy, this place is great. They've got hundreds and hundreds of cars. I mean, and look at these ambulances, sir. Aren't they cool? Now, this ambulance was on Mad Men.
Yeah. Do you remember when ambulances used to look like this?
Barely. This one was also used in Argo.
Argo. How about this one over here, this armored truck? Does this look familiar to you?
Yeah, that movie was...
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah, The Town.
Oh, that's right, The Town.
They robbed the bank, and this was the armored truck. What about The Mentalist? This Volkswagen bus is from The Mentalist. Now, that's pretty cool. I think your daughter loves the Volkswagen buses, right?
She does. She doesn't love The Mentalist, but she does love the bus.
Do you remember this 41 Chevy truck from the Budweiser commercial?
And in fact, I think they used that truck, the same truck from The Last Godfather.
Which was a great movie with Danny Aiello.
Hey, how about that 66 Ford Bronco?
It was used in MasterChef, wasn't it? That reality show about the cooks?
Yeah, it was. I forgot who was driving it. I don't think it was
Gordon Lightfoot?
It wasn't Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. Could you picture him driving the 66 Ford Bronco?
Hey, check out this 36 Auburn Battalion. Did you see that Liberace movie, the Behind the Candelabra?
I did. Fantastic. Michael Douglas got an Emmy.
Yeah, he was driving this car in that movie.
With Matt Damon, I think.
Yeah. Hey, look at this. It's a 52 Chevy. From the Duracell commercials. You remember those?
Oh, of course I do. James Coburn, right?
Right. Here's one from Dial Soap commercial, Willie's Hot Rod. It's a 41 Hot Rod.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Hey, but who doesn't like a GTO? These things are power cars from the 60s.
Designed by DeLorean.
The GTOs were designed by DeLorean?
That's where he got his claim to fame. John DeLorean designed that car.
Well, speaking about DeLorean, they've got one over here.
How about that? You don't see very many of these on the road.
No, you don't.
But classic.
Here's one of my favorite. 1970 Challenger.
Oh, a muscle car, big-time muscle car.
This thing was used in the Calvin Harris music video. You know Calvin Harris from American Idol?
Yeah.
Here's another muscle car, a 74 Plymouth Duster. Now, this beauty was not only used in Oscar winner Argo, it was also used in the TV show New Girl.
I know, my daughters love that show. Hard to believe you consider a Duster a muscle car. Charger sounds like a muscle car. Duster? I mean, I guess leave you in the dust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. It's a 1955 flexible bus, and it's from that show Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, yeah, popular show.
Popular show, right. A 55 flexible bus. Never seen something like that before.
Speaking about never seeing something like that before, Mark, how about that 1965 Amphicar?
Yeah, this is one of those cars that you could drive on the street and you could go in the water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Something like out of a James Bond movie.
I mean, this thing just literally floats on the water.
One of my favorite cars of all time is the Woody.
The Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
very,
they've got a great 1949 Woody here now.
Looks like it's right out of a Beach Boys album, right?
Yeah,
In fact, I think they get the surfboards up on top.
Yeah, it looks like they're headed for the beach.
Well, how about that 1922 Dodge Brothers flatbed over there? Looks like something Pa Kettle would drive in those 50s movies.
Or it looks like something Paul Walnut would drive in the Waltons.
That's right.
Here's a 1980 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. I remember in the day when Smokey and the Bandit came out in 77, everybody wanted to have a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
That was the hot car without a doubt.
Pop the T-top, put your cowboy hat on, and bam, you're Burt Reynolds.
Love the old Corvettes. 1962 Chevrolet Corvette.
This is something I think that Robert Urich was driving in the first episode of Vegas.
You're right. And how about that Mercedes-Benz over there? 1967 250 SE convertible. That, I think, is what William Holden was driving in
SOB.
SOB, 1980.
Right. I think you're right. Again, another classic. Hey, you remember the show from the 80s, Magnum P.I. with Tom Selleck?
Who could forget it? In fact, I think it's still on TV.
It's a 1987 Ferrari. Looks like if the only thing it's missing is Tom Selleck, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this 2010 Mercedes-Benz LSS Gulfwing.
Yeah.
This looks familiar.
Yeah.
Who just got one?
Kourtney Kardashian just got this from her boyfriend, Scott Disick, the Lord.
Okay.
He gave this car to her.
How much is this?
This is like $150,000. It's because the gull wing doors, and they're very few and far between. So where's Scott Disick getting that, though? Anyhow, the gull wing doors is what you gotta love.
Let's head on inside. I think they've got some sure surprise for us. So let's go.
Okay, I'm here with Chris, and he's going to give me an overview on this expensive simulator. I'm going to be driving the Lamborghini version of it. There are other options with Ferrari and Formula One, but I'm a Lamborghini man, I'd like to say. So, Chris, could you expand on what I'm in store for here?
You're in store for just basically one hell of a ride without the repercussions of crashing or doing anything like that, which you will do. So
it is safe?
It is.
That being said, I'm not sure I know how to drive a stick shift. Does this thing come in automatic?
It does. It'll be a lot easier for you to handle, but rookies like yourself will have to set you up right there.
I love it. Rookie like myself, that's exactly what I am. I hope this thing comes in a Ferrari. Does it?
Yep, we got you set up in an F430 right now, ready to go.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Chris.
Well, that sounds fantastic. You're going to go with the Ferrari. I'm going the Lamborghini route. Hey, you did say, Chris, there was an expensive simulator. How much exactly does this thing cost?
This particular model runs between $18,000 to $20,000.
Wow.
Whoa. Any type of prepping I need to do before this? And by any chance, am I going to have to wear a helmet?
No, you won't. You won't even have to strap in.
No seatbelts. No seatbelts.
No seatbelts. Nothing. You won't flip. So just the seat's going to move. So that's normal. It's like a car. So
great. So this is kind of like a fancy Dave & Buster's ride, right?
Exactly. A little bit more extensive than Dave & Buster's would probably have, but
fantastic. Thanks, Chris.
Let's get this thing started.
Whenever you're ready, hit the gas and go out to the right here.
Now, I feel like I'm right out there in Monaco right now. I mean, this really feels like I'm doing the real thing.
At 46 miles an hour, I doubt it feels like you're doing the real thing.
6 feels like it's 86 at least.
You just dropped to 29.
Really? Yeah. Some spectators up there. I'm waving to them there.
Just don't hit them. 42, 35.
You know what? It gives you this feeling that you're really going about 100 miles. Holy mackerel. 110. This is amazing.
You just cracked that, brother. I think you're done.
Well, we got the easy course for you today, the Indy 500, so don't crack up.
Whenever you're ready. Good to go.
Put it in gear, buddy. Put it in gear. Open it up, pal. Open it up. 88, 90, 97, 105. Hey, you know what? This is an easy track.
It is. Look at him.
Oh, no, he's on the grass. Get off the grass. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. You cracked up fast, man. Fast. And all you're doing is straight, man. 118, 119. Open it up. Open it up, man. 160. You're 161. 62. 170. 175. Nope. Going down. You're going down. Crash, dive. Pull her in. Pull her in. Well, that was the simulator portion of the show here at Picture Car Warehouse in Reseda.
I got to tell you, Mark, I busted a sweat.
Yeah, I did too. Now, you had the easy track, the Indy 500. Now, I took the most challenging track in this.
That's probably why you only got to 47 miles an hour, and I got to 160.
Monaco Grand Prix, which was, I've never ridden the Monaco Grand Prix. There's always a chance I could be at the Indy 500, not in the Indy 500, but do the track. As far as Monaco Grand Prix goes, I don't have a chance to ever do that, so that gave me a really great,
well, it's good.
On my bucket list.
Well, I was going to do that as well, but seeing you did it, I wasn't going to do it as well. Therefore, I took Indy. I've been to the Indianapolis 500, and I thought it was fantastic.
Right.
So now I had a chance to
right. Well,
drive
I've been to the Monaco Grand Prix and watched it, but I've never been in it, which was a fantastic experience right here. Well, we had a great day here at Picture Car Warehouse in Northridge. I mean, it was some great cars here today.
Fantastic, a lot of fun. I didn't even know this industry existed again, I mentioned earlier, but fantastic variety, cool stuff, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Old cars I've never even seen before.
Boy, I wish I had the keys to some of these cars and take it home with me right now because there were some great cars. Well, the only thing I can say is,
wow!